We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Play action. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Burton. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. But you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
19. Easy.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This now a 3rd and 4. Howell going to audible to something else. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll get him inside inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Gibson again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. A give up the middle to Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Howell. That is caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off play action. It's Howell. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timer.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Good job right there.
They go play action with Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want it.
And he's into the clear. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. 55 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Play action. It's Wilson going for it all. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10.
95, 95. Hey, alert.
Now it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or yet.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Howell's got this one to Robinson, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Faking the handoff. Howell. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
On the set.
On 1st down, Howell. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And Howell will throw it. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go play action. Howell. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
23 yards on the play. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 6-yard line.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Now Wilson. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Chase Claypool, 39 yards. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Third and long. Here's Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 42. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now they go play action with Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down. Howell back to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. It's Howell with another throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Robinson. will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this?
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Cameron Curl. Are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 24. Off play action. It's Hal. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
The man they call Scary Terry remains one of the best at taking the lid off of a defense. Not only a top 10 season in terms of yards, but he averaged over 15 a catch and was named to his long overdue first Pro Bowl.
On the counter, Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. DJ Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 2nd down, Hal now. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Now Howell. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready?
Second down, Thompson Robinson now. He'll air this one out for Mims. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. This pass hauled in by Dotson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Howell. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of...
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. The right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, like a total friends. Run it back when I total run. I'll be back like another van. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, like running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not the act,
Yeah.
and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I died for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Told her might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. I told her might be right back, right back, right back.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack. In the truck with expired tag. Punch the gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.